Another thought regarding things that we can do to improve the functioning of our community government. In any organization, the most care and attention must be given to the persons that we employ to fill the positions that we have. This may seem almost self-evident, but in fact, many organizations overlook it entirely. They either hire people who, on a quick look, seem okay, or people whose names are known to them, or they recruit somebody with some kind of a CV, a resume that looks good, but they give very little attention to really trying to understand whether that person is truly capable not only of the job that we ask, but also capable of improving that job. Should be on constant lookout for that at any level of employment. That's how we improve things. Everyone in the organization is trying to make things better. And that's what we, as the citizens, the taxpayers, have a right to expect and, in fact, demand. That's our privilege. Now, hiring is never an easy task. Some people are better at it than others. Some are truly awful at it. I've seen both, and I've already said, I think, that I never thought I was more than average in that respect. Yet, over time, you gain some experience and you learn what to look out for. Now, the people who we have who are doing the hiring within our community for our community functions often don't have a great deal of experience in hiring. That means selecting the candidates that you will then interview, and then interviewing to try to understand what those candidates might do for us. And by the way, in anyone one hires, one should be able to make a list of the things that one believes the person can do well and the things that are likely to be weaknesses. There's no such thing as a person with no weaknesses. Better to know them in advance. So that function, without belaboring it, that function is not an easy one. And I would recommend that we make it a practice in our community that in hiring for key positions, because those will determine what other positions are and how successfully they are managed, that hiring in key positions, certainly for the town manager, certainly for department heads, that those doing the hiring, so in the first case, the Board of Selectmen, in the second case, again, perhaps the Board of Selectmen, the town manager, have the regular assistance of a small group of citizens. It can be a different group each time. I'm not suggesting to create a parallel, if you will, government, not at all, but a small group to give their advice and counsel and to be present at the at the recruiting, at the selection of candidates, and then at the final selection of the person that we will hire, and to contribute their experience and advice. We have any number of people in Wolfboro who have this kind of experience, and their advice would simply be helpful to the selectman, to the town manager, in assuring that we do the best we can to get the best people we can. It seems a small thing to ask. Why would we not do it? It's not complicated. It doesn't cost any money. The cost is rather in doing it wrong, which is enormous. Speaking of money, this same team should offer their thoughts about whether the compensation offered for the position is a fair and reasonable one. Remember, we want the best people, and the best people have normally an earnings expectation which is above that of less experienced people. We will save money many times over by having the best people we can get. So if for certain positions we need to adjust our compensation range, then we must do so, because the alternative is to get people who are unsatisfactory in their positions and cost us money. It's a very important issue. It's nothing that we would integrate legally into the structure of town government, but we could make it a practice that becomes so regular that it becomes an obligation. That's what we really want. It's a sense of obligation to do this right. Is this too much to ask? Thank you.